on, metalheads? Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of the Metal Forge. My name is Mark Jackson. I am your host. Hey, this I think is his second episode of the fucking Metal Forge this year.
Yeah, man.
And the only first episode was under guise of me recording it for Flamekeeper as a Flamekeeper discussion, but I wanted to. It was such a good conversation, I had to include it onto the Metal Forge. You would recognize him from the most recent new metal episode of the Metal Forge. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jason Gardner.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing?
He is back from the heavy metal wasteland where he originally started.
The heavy metal baby nursery right now. Jesus Christ.
Is she down there with you? Are you rocking her with your
No. I actually fell asleep about 8:30 watching Night Court again, and Jackie didn't wake up on her scheduled time. So when I texted you, I literally just woke up. So I had to go get her up,
bastard,
so she could get everything done. So yeah, that's a wild boy.
Dude, I saw where. Do you have like the KitchenAid stand mixer?
Oh yeah, we have one.
I saw where somebody had taken like the bassinet and like hooked a fucking bungee cord to it and put it on the stand mixer, and it rocks the bassinet back and forth.
We have an auto one already. Yeah.
There you go. That's like that redneck deep home. What is it? 5 Minute Crafts or some shit.
Well, funny story. I mean, we'll just call this a baby podcast.
Well, no, time out for 1 second because I want to introduce. Speaking of babies, no. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Curtis Parker from the band Witch Ripper.
Yes.
Seattle's own. What is going on, dude? How are you?
Good. I'm happy to be here, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to do this. Even before we started recording, it's been good conversation, so I appreciate it.
The pregame is always the place to be.
Oh yeah,
it really is. You know, I was telling him the story of the axe bass about that and everything before you graced us with your presence, that you had to wear the Van Halen shirt too.
Honestly, it was the first one on top of the pile of my stage clothes over here.
It always is.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been.
I could record Jason 7 years ago. I could record him 7 years ago, and it would have still been this exact same outfit every episode.
Well, the Great Megan's hat's a staple. Like, I wear it every episode for a reason because I love it. My favorite band.
The shirt's a Van Halen. You can only hate Van Halen so much, is my opinion.
Right. I feel like I have a very healthy distaste for him.
Right.
I mean, from what you said earlier about the bass situation, I understand it.
Yeah.
You just haven't listened to Unchained enough, dude, is your problem.
Well,
Unchained fucking rules, dude.
I mean, I had that first album as like one of my first vinyls when I was like 18, so it always has like a soft spot in my heart, you know?
Yeah, dude, speaking of the first vinyl, I was like at a Goodwill killing time and I found Van Halen 1. It was like a rough copy, but I was like, I need to save this. This doesn't need to be here. And I got to the car and I got a text like, dude, Eddie Van Halen died. I was like, dude, holy shit, man.
Yeah, dude, that's
crazy.
Wild.
Yeah, so yeah, I got that rough ass first copy or first pressing in my collection. I haven't even listened to it or nothing because I got a newer one.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, man. I was just like, damn, that's pretty crazy timing. So
oh yeah.
See, that's pretty rad. And you know, the guy I took guitar lessons from, rest in power, Dave Ernspiker, by the way. Give a shout out to him. As soon as I turned 21, I went to see his band at the bar, right? And it was called the Big Rock Show. And they were a cover band, but they did like, you know, 70s and 80s rock and metal stuff. They did some 60s stuff with like Hendrix and stuff, but like, dude, they would do like Purple Rain and shit like that even. And they were a 3-piece. And it's really fucking cool because I saw them playing at the Phoenix Hill Tap Room in Louisville, Kentucky, and they had just come back from a break. And James, their bass player, said, "Ladies and gentlemen, side 1 of Van Halen 1."
Oh, sick.
And they played front side of fucking Van Halen 1, song after song after song. Like, just these three fucking going at it the whole fucking time. They took their break. They came back and said, ladies and gentlemen, side 2 of Van Halen 1.
See, that's
And they
awesome.
played the entire album front to fucking back for 2 sets of their fucking show that night. It was
Perfect.
on like a fucking Monday.
Yeah, that's awesome though. I love that.
So, I mean, when I got to see it like that, I was like, yeah, I appreciate this for what it is. But like, I don't know. Dave doesn't do it for me either.
That's funny.
Yeah, he's not what he used to be. That's for damn sure.
Well,
Right.
not now.
Back in the day, it fit. So there's that.
So Curtis, go ahead, sir. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
I was gonna say, I mean, like that was this whole thing. It was just, it's all charisma.
It is.
And that's that whole argument of like Sammy Hagar is like a much technically better vocalist, but he doesn't have the vibe that Dave has. So it's like I get it when people are like, yeah, it's like kind of terrible, but I love it.
I recently saw a thing where he mouthed off about somebody in another band, and like he didn't get it or something. And it's like, yeah, dude, but it's still, yeah, you might have an issue. Or it might have been like reuniting with Alex Van Halen.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, like he would never do it or whatever, because apparently Alex is a real fucking opinionated guy and like has said some really fucked up things. But like, but it was like, yeah, but it doesn't fucking stop you from playing songs you didn't write with the band that you sang with them, and making your money off of it. So it's like, what the fuck,
Yeah, I need to read that book actually. That's why I forgot about that actually. I'll put that back on.
I mean, that stuff's always gonna happen, and it's like you can either choose to support it or not, But like, there's no stopping. Like, how many like, like it'll be like, oh yeah, whatever, like White Snake tribute band with one original member, and they're still touring everywhere. Like, it's just always gonna happen,
Oh yeah, yeah. Great White, fucking yeah. It's like Jack Russell's Great White, or
yeah.
Fucking,
I'm a fan of Bobby Blotzer's Rat myself.
I have a buddy who plays guitar.
As opposed to Stephen Pearcy's.
He plays guitar in like 99 Bitter Things, whatever, which is like the CKY band that has like one original member or something like that. And they just like toured Europe like a little bit ago,
Yeah. Yeah, it's
well,
crazy.
Like Green Jelly's got it going because they've got like 800 members.
Oh yeah.
Where they've done like, so like everybody in a small town, and they all get a number, and they get they get an email. Hey, can you make this show? We're going to be in Manhattan, and we know you live fucking, 6 blocks from the venue. It's like, can you make it? And then shit like that's cool too. But dude, we fucking rambled on for a couple of minutes here. Dude, how the fuck are you doing?
I'm doing great.
By the time we're recording this, it's St. Patrick's Day, but the way this is probably going to air is April 10th, which is the release day of the album.
Oh, awesome.
So, yeah.
I literally just got these delivered today, actually. The vinyl.
Yes, and you held it upside down. Hell yeah.
Did I? No, I didn't.
It's okay.
Oh, there you go. Ha! There it is. Are you guys even recording video for these? I don't know.
Yeah, we are.
But yeah, I just got all the records and CDs delivered today. I'm really stoked about it. So they look awesome.
I ordered a splatter.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's like I think on the photo it looks like yellow and black, but it's actually like a clear like Mountain Dew green and black splatter.
It is yellow and black on the Bandcamp. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a little in real life. It's really cool.
Cool, man. Yeah, just set mine out.
Just kind of looks like fucking like the shit that changed the Turtles.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, it's like I pulled one out and I was like, oh, it's like neon greeny Mountain Dew color for sure.
Dude, you need to put it under the black light.
Oh yeah, let's see how it looks.
Yeah, put it under the UV light and watch it freaking like light up. That'd be awesome.
That. Like I said, I got
that's always been one of my things. I like the Coke bottle color vinyl where it's like that green clear. But I love that, and I just love transparent vinyl to begin with. So
Our last album
Like,
was like the clear blue. It was pretty cool.
oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
So, dude, tell us about Witch Ripper.
Yeah, I mean, for anyone who doesn't know who we are, I mean, like we are a sludgy progressive metal band from Seattle, Washington. With this new album coming out, it's the second concept album in a two album story. So it's like this big kind of grand story that's told over two albums. Uh, Other than that, I mean, like we are just dudes who love playing music. We've been doing it now for almost 13 years. We've been around a minute. And if you're a fan of like fans of bands of like Opeth and Mastodon and stuff like that, I think people would dig into it a lot.
But even, listening to the two singles from Through the Hourglass, I hit Jason up as soon as I listened to it. I was like, dude, you need to call me when you get a minute.
Oh, hell
And I was
yeah.
like, where the fuck, why the fuck have I just now? It's like 2012. It's like, why the fuck am I just now hearing about this band? I listened to the fucking Clock Queen while I'm in here, like rearranging the Metal Forge.
Hell
And
yeah.
I'm like,
Eight,
I got lost in it.
8 minutes well spent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, that's like a big thing for us is like they're not the shortest songs out there, and the last thing we ever want to do is have anybody notice how long the songs are while they're listening to them. So it's like it takes like kind of like you have to be kind of crafty about how you put songs together and they have to flow a certain way, but like we like there's a song that we play live that's 17 minutes long off of our previous album. And I always joke around with people, I'm like, we're gonna play this song. I guarantee you will not even notice it's 17 minutes by the time it's done. And everyone's like, what the fuck, you know?
dude, this is legitimate reaction. And I sat there and I was just like, holy shit, is this the same fucking song?
Yeah.
Wow, that's rad. And
Yeah.
it's like, and then I listened to it again because like I said, I was just in the moment doing the thing and like cleaning off the desk, putting shit in the closet that needs filing shit away and all that, and just being like hitting that jam moment.
Oh yeah.
And dude, that I think that's a very good commodity to have in today's metal. That, obviously modern metal versus what bands like yours does and whatnot. We all have that, I guess, that desire to sit there and say, yeah, if we could play these fucking arena shows, we probably would try it, just
Yeah.
because of holy shit, imagine 40,000 people being there kind of fucking stuff, or 20,000.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like, thinking feasibly here, it's just like in the idea of what we do, it's like, what how do you constantly maintain like that writing dynamic where you're just able to do it and not, just doing what you do and still, just going crazy and selling out records and getting second and third and fourth pressings of stuff.
Yeah, I mean like if you listen to like our early like the first EP this band ever put out is something where I recorded everything but the drums on it and like played all the instruments, just put it out, because I didn't even have a band at that time. But if you listen to those songs, you can hear from there to this album coming out, like there's a progression of how we kind of figured out how to write songs. And when we added Chad, who's the other guitar player and also does all the clean singing vocals to the band off of the previous album, it really opened up the ability for us to do different stuff that we wouldn't have been able to do without him. Like I do all the screaming vocals. I can't sing for shit. Like I'll do a little bit of background stuff to help him out, but like having another melodic voice in the band was huge for us, and it really lets us do whatever we want now, which is awesome.
That's funny you gained a Chad because my band lost a Chad.
The chats are going left and right.
Dude, it's hanging by a Chad.
Exactly. No, I mean like as you said, like we do kind of fly under the radar for a lot of people, and we understand that. We're cool with it. We're just playing our music and having a good time. We tour when we can. We do all the fun stuff. But like, obviously we just got this record, but literally every record we've put out, and these are not small runs, has sold out.
That's
Like
right.
the fan base is out there. like we did repress Homestead because that was through a label called DHU and they were doing runs of about 400. So we ended up repressing that because it sold out pretty quick. Maybe Magnetic Eye will repress the old album or the one that came out previously before this, kind of out of our hands, but like it's like people are getting into it. And like yeah, we're not gonna be playing arenas anytime soon, but like there's a pretty loyal fan base that's like we're here for these albums.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm a latecomer. I just actually heard the Portal about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was just like on my Spotify, and I was like, I don't want to like put it down. I was like, oh, another witch band. I was like, we're running out of like witch and words to put together for bands. So I was like, yeah, let me check it out. And I listened. I was like, oh shit, this is some legit shit. As a matter of fact, I told my guitar player, I was like, hey dude, I was like, this band stole riffs that you haven't even wrote.
Yeah,
I
suck
was
it.
like, and I was like, dude, you gotta listen to this shit. And then he did. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, they actually got one of our riffs on this song.
Oh,
We
that's
have a song called
funny.
COO, and like your pre-bridge riff is like very similar. I was like, oh shit, we might be like kindred spirits, and I ain't fucking knew it. So
That's
Dude, that's some fun
It's
shit.
that Chad effect. It's like,
yeah. No, it's funny. I mean, like, yeah, like I said, I do think we fly on the radar. And like to your point, like I said, I started this band in 2012, which is now 14 years ago, which is crazy. And like at that time when I named the band Witch Ripper, there weren't like a million witch bands out there.
yeah, I know
Sure.
what you mean.
And then like the
It went
whole
from like wolf something to like, and then it was like witch something. And it's like it always seems to go through like this like one word and then like add word
yeah.
before or after. It's like there's some cool names, but it's like, dude, it's like everyone's like already kind of got this. Like we should move on to like something
Well, I
else.
feel like it was like let's say 2015 or so, all of a
Mhm.
sudden this huge like stoner bloom of bands where all of a sudden there was like 300 bands in each city, kind of sounding like Sabbath or the Sword or something
Right,
like that.
right.
And
Yeah.
all of a sudden every single one of them was Witch Bong, Goat Smoker, and we're just like, fuck. Now we're
Yeah,
like
there's a town near me called Boone, and like every fucking band from that town is weed themed. Like
yeah.
every single one's like it's like Hempire, it's like Mean Green, Bongfoot, and I was like, guys, like there's got to be more to life than this. It's
Nope.
like,
No,
and some of those
nope.
bands are good. Like some of those are really good. But I'm like, guys, where the fuck is the originality? And he up here in this naming shit. Is it like a Boone name generator? We
Yeah, it's a
something like
tough
what is
one
up?
because like I mean honestly like I do feel like sometimes it's a little bit of uphill battle to get people to check out our band because of that because it's another witch band out there
Yeah,
like this far into our career it's like I'm not changing the band name
you got too many
like
T-shirts printed. It's too expensive to let them go.
yeah well it's just like I mean, this is our third full length that we've done. This is
Right.
like it's like I'm not changing the band name. And the one thing I do like about it is when you hear the name Witch Ripper, you can assume it's probably a heavy band of some
Yes.
sort.
Yes.
And it's the
Right.
one thing that name does that describes us well is like to me when I hear the Witch Ripper, I'm like, oh, it's either stoner doom or a thrash metal band name. It doesn't really like sum up what we do musically, but you're gonna get like a heavy band that's doing some metal stuff on there.
Yeah.
It's the one thing I give it credit for.
Like the name Horse Burner. It's like that's probably not a country band.
No,
Yeah. So
love
it's
those
like,
guys, by the way.
yeah, they're awesome. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
I have one of their shirts
So
back.
I get you 100%, man. Like for me, my thrash band Overload is just that same idea. Yeah, there's a Pakistan band called Overload. There's a Chinese punk band called Overload. There's 7 or 8 that have been split up over the last like 40 years of
Yeah,
metal.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, but the thing about it is just like uh for me, when I did it, I read the liner notes for the reissue of Another Perfect Day from Motorhead. And in there, Lemmy talked about when Fast Eddie Clark quit the band in 1983 or 1982, whatever it was. And he was like 38 years old. And he's like, well, now I'm just gonna fucking go back home and fucking restart and do something else.
Yeah.
Being 8 years into this band at this point. or almost 10 at that point. But like, he sat there and he's like, I'm fucking 38. I'm too old to start over. So he's like, fuck it. We can replace him. And that's how it fucking came about. And I've kind of been the same way. And I read that when I was like 24, 25 years old.
Yeah, yeah.
So when I started that band, that's what it fucking was. It's like, fuck, anybody's replaceable. Let it fucking happen. And that's where it's always been.
Yeah. I've been really lucky. Joe, our drummer, joined the band in 2013 when I was putting a live band together, and he's still doing it today. Like
That's
me and
rad.
so like yeah, I mean like you think like 13 years with one drummer in a progressive metal band is like kind of nuts. That's like never happens. And then like Brian's been in the band since we released Homestead, and Chad joined the band when we put the Flight After the Fallout. But like it's a solid group of guys, and like everyone's stoked about doing it. And like like when it comes to writing these songs, like 99% of it does come from me musically, but I wouldn't want to replace any of those guys because they contribute so much to like refining the songs and like kind of like the band as a whole.
Sure. Yeah, it's like you're being the architect and they're still adding their feel to it.
Yeah, I mean like I basically like come up with like all the riff ideas and stuff like that, but they help me put them together in a way that makes sense. And one thing I do a lot is like I'll play some pretty out there stuff, and if the band is not clicking with it after like one or two rehearsals, I just throw the riff away. I'm like, if it does, because it won't feel natural for the band to play if I'm forcing it on them.
Sure. Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, it's like anytime I try to like put my head against the wall to like make a riff happen in a band, I'm like, it's not worth it. There's a better way to do this that makes sense for everybody.
Definitely. So you did say that this was part two of a two-part
Yeah.
concept. Going into writing something that big, something, that's like 90-ish minutes of music over or more
Yeah.
at this point, that how do you approach that?
So with the previous album, The Flight After the Fall, it was our first like big concept album. And like a lot of the guys in the band, myself included, are huge fans of just like science fiction and that kind of stuff in general. If you look to my left, there's a whole wall full of like graphic novels and stuff like that. And I find that stuff very inspiring musically. And so we put out this album and we're like, tight. We accomplished that. Awesome. When we started writing the second album, I had an idea for like where that story could go. And in some ways, it actually made it easier to write the album vocally because we knew what we were going to do. It's not like we had to like create a whole new concept, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, well, I have these characters established already. Let's figure out how they would react in this situation, kind of thing like that. So it actually made it easier as far as lyrics go, I think. And then musically, like we write all the music first, and there's a few things I did that was super intentional. Like if you listen to The Flight After the Fall, there's a lot more like major chords and kind of bright, colorful moments on that album. This
Sure.
one,
And it mimics the artwork.
yeah, exactly. No, and then so like on this album, I always think of it like that last album was A New Hope. This is Empire Strikes Back. It's a little darker. The album artwork, as you mentioned, like this one's darker on this album as
It
well.
is a lot of
There's a
gray
lot,
tones and
yeah.
purples.
There's a lot more like harmonic minor melodies. Like there's a very specific melody called the Clock Queen's melody that's based around a harmonic minor second that is almost in every song. It's snuck in there at points. And it's just like it was a it made the whole writing process once I figured out like exactly like okay, we are doing this. It actually made it easier in my opinion.
Absolutely. So when you're going on tour with this,
Yeah.
or I mean, obviously, under the radar bands, we always get 30, 45-minute sets or whatever at most places. So when you're doing this, are you doing like the gist of the album live and stuff like that? Are you intermingling? Are you going to intermingle like story parts that might echo from part one and part two
Yeah.
together kind of stuff?
We honestly haven't thought about that, but that is a cool idea. No, I mean like unless it's a 45-minute set, we can't really play the whole album all the way through. Our typical approach is there's always one or two albums or one or two songs on each album that probably is not going to get played live that much, you know?
Sure.
So we find the ones that like fit the best for what we want to accomplish. And I think our plan for like this next tour coming up is we're gonna like, have you guys gotten the whole album in advance?
I have
No,
not. I've just heard it
not
just.
yet.
Just you wait. Uh,
I'm
there's
impatiently, I might add. Like I'm
no,
ready.
I'm gonna say like there's some shit on that album that like no one's gonna expect.
Yeah.
Uh, and like there's a song on there that is mostly clean guitars and like thing like well we play it during practice. I know we can pull it off, but I don't know how often we'll play it on tour just to get the point across that we want to kind of hit the heavier ones a little bit more often.
Definitely. And that makes sense because there are certain parts of albums that, they are album tracks for a reason because there's certain things that you can't physically do live because there might
Yeah.
be orchestration parts
Hmm.
or something and where in today's modern world, with people playing with tracks and stuff like that and playing to clicks and whatnot, you could do it, but like, does it still serve the set?
Yeah, I mean, we have one song off our last album that when we play it live, I was like, I always miss this amount of orchestration that's happening at the end of the song. And so we just don't play it live because I'm like, it sounds cool, but it doesn't sound as good as it should. And it's just
Yep.
one song off that album, but I was like, that was the decision that was made, and I stick by it, you know. This next album has a little bit less of that kind of stuff on it. Like we can play every song live on it and it translates really well. But I just know like how we put our sets together that there's certain songs I make sure I want to play and some might not be played often as much.
Definitely. And that makes sense because, hey, me doing, the thrash band for, you know, 19 years and with booking Ice House shows and doing their sets, that's I, it's always what you curate. It's like every show's a different show. You put
Yeah,
songs in different orders to make sure something stays fresh or it didn't work in the third position last set, so maybe we should change it to later or what,
totally.
and I like stuff like that, and Jason is a big fan of the no repeat weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I
actually did
mean,
one, so I was happy about that. We had enough songs to do it.
yeah, I mean, like we're very conscious of like putting our sets together where it's like, okay, like let's say we play this song. I don't want to pause in between the next song. These two are gonna be lumped together. There might be a little break in between that second and third song. And then like we definitely try to plan out a set that's like anyone that's seen us live knows it's super fun and we do engage the audience, but I don't like blah blahing too much between songs because I think it gets people out of the moment.
Sure.
So it's like we do it's actually very planned out when we do our sets, which is cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And in the same way, when we get to our last two songs, we roll the last two songs at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's 13 minutes.
Fuck yeah.
So it's like we go from a 7.5 minute song to like a 5.5 minute song. And it just fucking steamrolls the whole fucking way.
Awesome. Love it. I mean, like we play that 17-minute song off our last album live all the time. Like we
Dude,
love it. People love it. It just takes up so much of the set that you can only play like two or three songs on top of it, you know.
exactly. That was always going to be a joke band that I always wanted to do was be a be in a band where you did two songs. You play a cover and an original, and you
Yeah.
play the cover first, and it's Shine on You Crazy Diamond in its entirety.
Hell yeah.
And then you play like a 3 minute original, and that would be your 30-minute set.
Dude, I mean, I was literally right before we turned this on, I was listening to Yob, and it's like
Oh
they have
yeah.
4 songs an album, they probably play like two or three of them a set.
I actually have a live show of them in Louisville here that I
Yeah.
recorded.
One of my
That
favorite, like
it's
I
in the
honestly,
FKR archives.
hell yeah. I honestly
Jason,
like don't listen to a ton of slower bands, but that's one I've always really been into. Like they're awesome.
definitely. So, with the album coming out April 10th, what's the plan for the rest of the year?
Yeah, so we're gonna be going on a West Coast tour. Uh, as far as like real time, I think it's gonna be announced next week. Like we send out the flyer and everything to the label guys for that. So that's gonna be a 16-day West Coast tour. We have a few regional stuff, like playing like Seattle and Vancouver, Canada, and like East, like that kind of stuff's gonna be happening. And then we have not solidified it yet, but I think we'll be going out to Texas and back in September. So
Awesome, awesome,
yeah,
awesome.
and then I'm
Any
sure
festival stuff going on in that time period?
that's what we're trying to solidify.
Hell
So
yeah,
like in the emails right now, there's the talks for that, and we're trying to figure out what'll work or not. So.
definitely.
And I'm
Yeah, we
stoked
need to
about
get you
it.
out here in the Midwest too.
Well, it's like we were talking about, like the Asheville one. I think we got an email about that like last week, and if we'd had a little bit more planning time, hell yeah, of course I'd do it. Like I personally love the Southeast of the United States a lot. Like I always have a great time. People are awesome. This band, Witch Ripper, has gone as far east as like Chicago and St. Louis, but we've never hit that next step towards the coast. But
Yeah,
like
sure. We need to
I
bring you to
always have a
Louisville,
blast.
man.
Yeah, dude, I
We
have
need to
such a
hit the
blast down there.
Midwest. We need to hit the Midwest Trail here. We need to get you to Chicago, Indianapolis, Louisville, Nashville,
Yeah, dude.
Asheville.
We did a Chicago Doom and Fest pre-COVID that was super fun. And like I lived in Minneapolis for 8 years, like I know the Midwest very well. But I personally like I love going to the South. Like everyone's so friendly, everyone's just having a good time, and I always have loved that atmosphere about it.
My favorite thing about like Minneapolis is where I'm a Mighty Ducks fan.
Oh yeah.
And Coach Gordon Bombay, watching that first original Mighty Ducks movie,
Well, like
that
the
early
the
90s kid stuff.
the diner the mom works in is when I lived there was still there. It's in St. Paul, not Minneapolis, but like you could go there and it's just full of drunk people because it was a 24-hour diner. But like that's that it was
it's
like it's like a literal like train car looking thing. I've definitely like been like 22 years old, wasted and thrown up half a block away from it because I tried to eat some food. It's like yeah, that place is around.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, I have a super fondness for the Midwest and like this band loves to travel, so we're always down for doing it. And like to your point, we do fly under the radar a little bit, but if like we're always open if we can find people that are like want to team up for stuff or booking agents that are interested or festivals that are interested, like we try to make it all happen.
Definitely. And
Yeah.
that's how it works because that's the prominence of being in a metal band these days is like
Yeah.
you're Jason and I were talking about this in a private conversation the other night about the louder than life because I'm in Louisville, Kentucky ish. That like the idea of the like the talent agencies and who gets a slice and who's got the most bookings, what percentage, and all of that stuff. And Jason was like, "Yeah, I've only heard of like one or two of those."
Yeah.
And it's just like some of these like agencies are just like these mega it's like the mega conglomerate stuff that's like they might own whatever and that's who they get.
Yeah. It's interesting, like so like we're very well known around the Pacific Northwest. And so we play a lot with like we only play like 4 or 5 times in Seattle every year and but like it's like opening for Paul Bear, opening for Castle Rat, and like we get on these pretty big shows that have like a lot of people at them and stuff like that. And then I also work at a venue, and so we deal with booking agents from like Heavy Talent and all this stuff. And it's like there is like 7 guys that all know each other.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you know the funny thing is yeah, I totally know those people too, and so does
yeah, yeah.
Jason, and it's like hey, you know, hit up Josh at Grasping Air, you know.
Totally, totally. Yeah, yeah. Or it's just like even if it's just like, hey, we need a support band for this show, like just you can build, excuse me, relationships with all those guys,
Yeah,
But
for
I mean,
sure.
like,
And that's the fun part about doing this is because like, you know, these friendships that we all acquire that are, you know, just like, hey, can you do this on this date? And it's like, not really. It doesn't work out. Shit, man. Well, maybe next time. You
yeah,
know, and it's always no harm, no foul. And you know, it's cool to go with it.
you know, it's all forms of metal are pretty much a counterculture. And so you have to be wanting to do it, hopefully, because you really want to be there and doing it, which
Yeah.
I think breeds more honest interactions, even if it's like, hey, can you play this show, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, no, but it's still a more honest kind of way to talk to each other?
Oh,
And
absolutely. Oh yeah. I, I got a show offer the other day that I was just like, I was like, oh, dude, yeah, that would be awesome to play. Where's it? Where's it going to be? And they told me, I was like, no dice,
yeah,
not going to do it.
yeah,
Sorry. Just personal politics here. I can't do that show.
yeah,
And it's just like, well, sorry.
yeah, yeah.
Nothing
But
personally. And shout out to Donnie about that as well. And he was just like totally cool with it. He's like, hey, that's between y'all. I totally get it. It's like
yeah, I
rock and
mean,
roll,
like,
brother.
I mean, the fact that you're doing this podcast and you're talking to a guy half the country away who've never met before, and you're just trying to, talk about music, like that takes something that is a lot of effort. And like I said, it's a counterculture thing. It's not like we're the most popular genre of music in the world, but like it just takes people having these honest interactions about it and just
But
talk
every
about things you love.
17 listeners that or every follow that's a download or a whatever, that's all matters because
Yeah,
that's the counterculture, you know. That's the if it you know one of my favorite things, and it's like Jason turned me on to Discogs.
yeah.
Okay. So I've been logging. He only logs his vinyl. I'm logging every fucking thing that I have. I'm
Yeah.
even considering putting my movies on there too.
Hell yeah.
But I got my
But
letterbox for as my movies,
right,
my B movies.
sure,
Rated.
right.
Yeah, yeah,
So I love getting on the Bandcamp page and like looking at my collection and seeing like appears in 1,800 other libraries, appears
Yeah, yeah.
in you know 4,500 other libraries, and you know stuff like that. We're looking at bands that you know like you know bands that my friends are in or bands that I really admire, to sit there and to look at their like analytics on like Spotify and stuff. It's like hundreds of thousands of plays, and it's just like wow. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I mean, it doesn't, yeah, you take, if you take it for what it is versus like the monetary value bullshit of it, you know, just it's like 350,000 plays on a song. That's amazing.
Dude, I would kill for that. It'd be awesome.
Yeah. I
We,
mean,
I've we've ex- I've accepted this a long time ago. I'm like, I'm never gonna make money playing the kind of music I like to play, but that's not why I do it.
sure.
And like to your point on that Bandcamp thing, like Witch Ripper's been very fortunate because if you like people can leave like reviews of the albums on the side of the thing, and like we have tons of people doing that, and that's them being passionate about something where they choose to take the time to write a couple sentences. Like no one has to do that.
Yep.
But like metal fans are so awesome, and the fans that have been into our band have been so supportive that like I love seeing that stuff. As a musician, I'm like, thank you. That's awesome. I'll take anything. It's awesome.
man. Have you looked yourself up on Reddit by any chance?
Not in a long time, is it?
Oh my God, dude. We were just talking about this like at the beginning of the show. There's actually a comment on here. It
Should
says
I?
the guy was about to pass it up because it's another one of those damn witch bands.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
But he was like, I went ahead and did it. This shit fucking rules. I was like,
And
hey,
that's been something I've heard since I started this band, essentially. It's like,
yeah,
oh fuck, another witch band.
yeah.
Wait, these guys don't sound like a witch band. Like
It's
this is
okay, man. My band's name is Temptations Wings, and I think everybody asks at least once, "Are you a down tribute band?" It's like, well, just fucking listen to it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
There was a YouTube comment. It's my favorite YouTube comment. It's like I was about to fucking make fun of these fucking assholes, and I listened to it. This might be the best album I've heard in a long time. I was like, yeah, you should fucking listen to it.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
mean,
like you just don't know until you listen. But yeah, I get it when it's like, uh, one of one of these bands, huh? So
honestly,
Dude,
I totally don't mind it. Like, I'm pretty unfazed by positive or negative comments, but like the fact that someone's even taking the time to listen to it, I'm like, that's awesome. Because even
for
like,
sure.
I tell everybody that asks us, like, this is my second podcast I've done today because obviously we have an album coming out, and it's like, all I ever really want is for people to give it a chance. And like the fact that they're even taking the time to listen to it, because I had a quote from someone recently that works in the music industry, and it was like, the entirety of people making music could stop today. No more new music. And still for probably the next 5 to 10 years, you would be discovering bands you'd
oh,
never heard because
easy,
there's so much coming out.
yeah.
Easily look at the metal archives. Just
Yeah.
for example, look at the metal archives. When it shows the band that's on there, like it'll have like, the tag, it'll say like Black Sabbath and it'll say slash and then a number.
Yeah.
That number is the actual band page.
Yeah.
So like that's like what number band that they have registered on there. And it's
Yeah.
just like that's fucking
Billions. Yeah.
insanity. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's millions of bands.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think there's like 4 or 5 million fucking metal bands on there.
There's so
And they
many.
don't accept everybody because they don't accept new metal bands. Like certain ones they don't,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they don't accept fucking a lot of like grunge bands. It's like,
Dude, that's why I
extreme. It's
appreciate
like,
it.
yeah, like if it brushes hard rock at all, nope, they're hard rock.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I appreciate it. I mean, that's why I appreciate you guys taking the time to do this and why I'm always going to say yes, because it's like, it's hard to cut through the noise. Whether you have a great album or a turd, it's still like one of 20 albums that might be coming out in that 3 day span it comes out.
Well, my thing
Oh
is
yeah,
like if you don't like hit your majority of your sales like the first week, you're pretty
Yeah.
much done for by the next Friday because like it's on to the next. So it's tough. You
I
know.
mean,
it really is, especially to know the stream.
Yeah.
I guess the best way to we're a grower, not a shower band. So like, I mean, like I said, like all of our albums are sold out. That didn't happen in the first week for sure. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like very word of mouth. And then like it obviously like translates to how often we're playing live and how often we're going on tour because your name pops up in the zeitgeist of metal more often when you're touring more. But like we've never been that band that's like, yeah, like they put out an album in like first week, sold out all this stuff. It's never been the case. But we've always been that band that's like, hey, like I found this shit. It's cool. Oh shit, I can't even buy their records right now. And we're not doing small runs of vinyl, and it's like because it's just sold out over time, because people just word of mouth find it.
Yeah, I was looking on Bandcamp for your last one and it's sold
Good
out.
luck. Yeah.
But they got tapes left. I might buy a tape. I collect tapes too. So
We don't have any tapes. Yeah. So we have
oh
some.
really?
Get on
So,
Discogs.
I could.
yeah, I don't know. Like, so right now, if you go on there, you'll find CDs from our previous album, The Fly After the Fall, is the only physical media. Besides this new album, the pre-sales and stuff like that. And like we've done like cassette tapes, we've done lathe cuts, multiple vinyls, like CD. Yeah, it's just people are awesome and we appreciate it.
Hell yeah, man. So, Jason,
I think he's you
You
creeping
know,
on our camp.
yeah, actually I'm shopping right now. Did you do this last two with Matt Bays or
So yeah, so kind of timeline wise, the album Homestead was our first full length. That was with Matt Bayless. And
Hmm.
like I always tell everybody, we're extremely fortunate to have a guy like that lives in Seattle. Like the guy who recorded Leviathan and Blood Mountain for
Sure,
Mastodon
yeah.
and like did all those ISIS albums. It's like he's done these amazing, and he continues to do these amazing albums. He just also happens to live 10 minutes from me, and I can text him, calling him in a butthole, and he'll laugh and respond. It's like, so that first album was done with that. The Flight After the Fall was recorded during COVID, and we didn't really have the money to record with Matt that time around because just we weren't able to play shows for like that year and a half.
Sure.
So we recorded with someone who had worked closely with Matt in the past named Derek, and he did a great job with that album. For this newest one, we had a little bit more of a budget because we'd just been like touring and playing more often. We had like we don't really pay ourselves; it all goes in the band fund, pays for that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So we wanted to return to Matt for it, and we're stoked about it because like one thing he does really well is he's really good at getting drums and vocals to cut through a heavy mix. You
Mhm.
know, like we're playing guitars tuned to drop A and like like I play like one of those like EVH 5150 amps. Like there's a ton of gain on there, but he's able to like make everything cut through really well.
Yeah, friends of mine, a band here called Bask, have actually had
Oh,
him come down here and record not the
yeah,
last
yeah.
album, but the one before the three album.
Dude,
I
Basque is
was like,
sick.
"Oh, dude, that's fucking insane! You got this guy to come all the way down here
I
to
mean,
record you all, man. That's fucking cool." It's like,
yeah, I mean they paid him, but yeah. It's
yeah,
like
I was like, "How
yeah,
do you do that?" He's like, "We asked." I was like, "Oh, fucking, that's pretty sweet."
the thing is like I mean he is a guy and it's like if he's available to do it and you guys are able to meet like he's got fees obviously, but like if you're able to
Sure.
pay, like he'll do it, and like he does incredible work. And I've, like I said, being in Witch Ripper, very well known around Pacific Northwest, like bands hit me up and like, hey, what's it like recording? Should we do it? And I'm like, yeah, he's right there, you know,
Yeah,
like why not do it? So even like I don't know if you know that band Year the Cobra from Seattle.
Yeah.
they played Doom and Stone last year, actually. Yeah, they came
Yeah.
down.
They
Friends of
did
the
they
Metal
did their
Force. They
last
were
album
here.
with Matt Bayless as well, and it was literally because John was hanging out at my bar talking about all this stuff, and I was like, just here's Matt's phone number, just text the dude. Like he's right here. You guys should record with him. And then like by the end of the recording, they had texted me like, we're never gonna record with anyone else again. And
Right.
so it's like we're lucky to have him here for sure. He's a great
I think that's
resource.
what she said on the show.
I believe it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like
Yeah.
John texted me decently amount, and he was just like sent so many texts like I'm never gonna work with anybody else. This was so much better than anything else we've done. Just like even just the workflow experience of working with Matt. So it's like I try to convince Pacific Northwest bands specifically, like that's the dude to go to, man.
Mhm. Yeah, he recorded 10 also, right? Didn't am I right about that?
I don't know. I mean, he's got a pretty like extensive discography, and like he does stuff that like I said, like I don't think people would know that Basque album was by them. I know he did like this band called like 10,000 Mods. I think they're from Greece or something. He's done a couple of their albums as well, and like stuff that like you wouldn't think. You're like, oh, that's a Matt Bayless album. Who knew? And he mixes a lot of albums too. So, I remember like one time he was working on an album from this band called Junius that I love. Uh, yeah, he does a bunch of cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking at his discography, man. He does a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's got a lot of classic albums in here. But yeah, it wasn't 10, it was like the ones after 10, the Pearl Jam
Like
ones.
Yield or Vitology.
Oh yeah, I mean like
Binaural and Yield, yeah. But he also did Down the Upside by Soundgarden, which is pretty
so
cool
yeah,
too.
when he moved to Seattle, he would
And
basically
Warp Riders.
yeah, he
My
was
favorite
like
Sword album. Yep.
basically like an assisting engineer on like a lot of those like Pearl Jam albums and like Deftones and stuff like that were recording up there. So he was like, a little bit of making sure the cables are wrapped correctly and getting coffees, but he also got to be in the room while those albums were being made and learning stuff like that too. And
Yeah,
it's
Alice in Chains,
Yeah.
yeah.
self-titled, yeah, Deftones Around the Fur.
So there's a studio called Studio Litho that's in the Fremont area of Seattle. I mean, that's where Witch Ripper records drums in that room as well. And like if you go into the bathroom, there's graffiti from all those guys, just like there's a whole bathroom full of it. And like, you know, it's right there. It's awesome. I think was it like Matt Cameron owns the studio or something like that.
Oh wow.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
funny enough, the discography doesn't include Witch Ripper on here, which I guess I'll have to edit that shit on Wikipedia.
I'm gonna blame that specifically for that.
I bet it. I
You
bet it
asshole.
does. I bet it does on the Metal Archives though.
Yeah, I'll just play. I know Wikipedia is very selective with stuff, so
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I
like,
mean, yeah, they didn't even include Jet Piston on notable players of the Corvus guitar.
not really.
Yeah, from Rifle.
yeah.
Who did the artwork for your last two?
So this guy named Chris Panetier, and I forget. I know he lives in the kind of south somewhere, but I forget where it was. But I discovered the dude a long time ago, and I finally was like, "Hey, let's get this guy to do this artwork." And he'd already heard of our band, so he was just like way down to do this stuff. And I love working with him. Like he does like the pen and ink kind of watercolor vibes.
Right.
Uh, he's amazing. He's so easy to work with, and he like I we had a bit of a struggle one time with one of our albums where it's like, "Hey, we need this artwork. Hey, we need this artwork." And I'm talking like 9 months of like just waiting for it is where like it held up everything in the process.
Yeah. Me and Mark know. Me and Mark have dealt with the artist kind of like that. We won't say
Yeah.
anything, but
No, I would, yeah. And so like working with Chris,
What?
it's like,
No, no, we haven't dealt with anybody like that. Nobody's ever like
yeah.
that.
And I get it. I don't like blame the artist for that. It was just a really, I mean, we all have lives and like the realities of our situations, but like Chris has always been like really on it as far as like, like I hit him up. He's like, cool, this is the date I can start working on it. And then like 2 weeks later after that date, it's done.
well, how do you
Yeah.
spell his last name?
Panatier. Let me look it up. I think it's Panatier.
Okay.
Uh, I'll look it up right now though. And he's a great guy, just a great human being as well. So I'm like so happy to like give him money for stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has a very like set
Yeah.
like low country southeast style
Yeah.
to his
Yeah.
art.
And he does like a lot of like book covers and stuff like that too. Um yeah, so yeah, it's Panatier. He's fucking awesome. And if you ever need any artwork from him, he's just a great guy.
Yeah, I every time I find someone I like, I just try to like follow them on
I'm
Facebook or Instagram, just so like their stuff keeps popping up and I don't forget them.
Dude, that's how I like got hold of him. I was like years before he even did artwork, and I was like, oh, that's cool, like it. And then like knowing that we needed album art, I was like, well, I follow this account already,
Right.
and like like we because these are both the previous album and this album are kind of like they should go together. It's like a yin and yang. We wanted to have the same artist do it. Like I was doing it before we had this thing. I was like holding the albums even just physically next to each other. You're like, it looks like these two go together.
Sure. Yeah.
That was important to me. So yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing. If when you're doing a concept like that, you have to have that match, because if not, that's like where IceHowl with we released our album in two EPs, and EP1 has its artwork and EP2 has it, but when you put them together, they make one image.
Yeah.
And that's always been something really cool to me. It's like you get like the stuff in part one and then the stuff in part two, and they match up with the artwork.
I mean, to your point, it's like you're only going to put out that album once. Do the things that make it special to you, even if no one fucking notices it. You do, and like 20 years from now, you're still going to be like, I'm happy I did that. It's awesome.
Oh
And a
yeah.
lot of what Witch Ripper does is kind of self-serving in that sense.
And think of this too, imagine like where we are today in our music and metal scenes and stuff like that. Imagine the resurgence bands that have come back. Imagine, if the world isn't complete shit by then, um, having our resurgence day as well.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? You never know what's going to happen. And like, I always tell everybody, like, I like writing sludgy progressive music. I'm gonna do it till I die. So it's like whether I have the same band or whatever, like I'm probably gonna keep putting out Witch Ripper albums, even if only one dude in the middle of like Saskatchewan, Canada is listening to it. Cool.
Right.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's the music I like creating. It's what makes me happy. I'm gonna keep doing it forever. So,
Oh, absolutely.
you know,
No, definitely. So I'm going to switch over to Derailed here, Jason.
Okay.
We're gonna
I'm
we're
just
gonna
I'm just studying this artwork, man. There's so much detail when you
yo,
blow
I
it up.
know,
It's fucking
like,
cool,
dude,
man.
like in the one, or it's like the skeleton as he is just like cradling the astronaut.
Well,
And
I
yeah.
can't wait to actually listen to the album and like try to pick up like stuff like in
Uh,
the album on this. Like I like
so
that
like
like, version.
that second song that came out, the Clock Queen, the one that you got all loopy with while you're cleaning your spot
That
up,
was Mark actually, yeah.
that
yeah.
skeleton is That's the Clock Queen.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
So if you look at the art closely, you'll notice that like coming off the neck, there's chimes like off of a clock. The
Yep.
crown look is actually set up like clock hands.
Mhm.
They're holding an hourglass as well. There's
Oh
actually little
yeah.
clock themes. That's where all those gears come from, is like cogs from a grandfather clock.
Yeah.
Uh
And then this awesome like CD art
yeah.
that where it has like the the hourglass look to it, but it's also like a gear to a clock and
Yeah, yeah.
everything.
Totally.
I
You
think like
know,
the space shuttle up in the left corner too, just kind of like with smoke coming out of it.
Dude, we didn't even ask Chris to do that. He just like he wanted to like to tie it into the previous album a little bit. He's like, "Cool, let's just do it." And like that was not even something I asked. He was just like, "Yep, it's there now. Cool,
That-
awesome."
yeah, really cool stuff.
I mean,
absolutely it is.
he requests like lyrics and stuff before he starts working on art. And I sent him like pre-production versions of the songs just so he had something to listen to because he wants to like kind of capture the vibe as he's
Yeah,
doing it.
sure.
Yeah.
I think it's important. You know.
Yeah. Versus them being like, "Fuck you, draw a smiley face, you're done."
Yeah, right. So derailed is a kind of some questions here that come off of the cards on the digital decks on my phone now. Used to be actual physical decks that I would draw from, but hey, we jumped into the 21st century here
Yeah, it's so
a
high
couple
tech.
years ago. So this is about you as a person, just normal life shit.
Gotcha.
Um, because Jason has been watching Night Court and I know the backstory to it. Um, is there something that you've always wanted to do with your dad? And did you get to do it? Or why haven't you done it?
The way he said that, I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Not well. Thankfully, like even though I'm 40 years old, my dad's still alive, and we do a lot of cool stuff together. He lives on the East Coast. Um, he is the reason I actually got into music. Like when I was like 14, it was like a Christmas one year. He like went to the local shop and got like the old PV combo pack of like a guitar and a mini amp, a bass and mini amp, and like a cheap shitty little drum kit, and was like that was our
Yeah.
Christmas present that year. And it was me and my brother. My brother did not take to it at all, but I did. I was playing bass. It was my favorite instrument. Still my favorite. Even though I play guitar and wood ripper, I still think bass is a much better instrument. It's like I would not even be here doing this right now if he hadn't just been like, "That's what we're doing for Christmas. Instruments." We never brought it up once. We never spoke about it. He was like, "I think this will be a cool idea," you know, and like
That's
that's
awesome.
insane that like his random thought one Christmas when I was like 14 dictated the next, 26 years of my life, kind of,
Right.
Yeah. So thankfully,
That's
and
pretty
like,
rad.
dude, it's so rad. I mean, I understand that like and like, they're not even like no one else in my family's musicians. It wasn't like he's like, "I play guitar, I want you to play guitar." There's none of that. It was just like something that completely came out of the blue and I just connected with it like pretty much instantly.
Hell yeah. I mean, for me, I'd like to see. I wish you could see me do a show now.
Yeah, yeah, for
You
sure.
know, because he had only ever went to one other show.
I always joke that like any show I've played when my parents are at, it's like cursed because it's like these I'll play a string of like go on tour, play a string of like 10 shows that are amazing, and that one that happens to be close to my parents they went to, there's like 15 people at, and I'm like, fuck, every time.
Yep.
It's such a funny thing. Yeah.
And your mom wants to go buy merch at the merch table because like 15 people showed up,
Yeah.
and you're like, you don't have to do this. Stop.
I know. But like, you know how it is. Like your parents love you and like I definitely get the text. My dad's like, subscribe to our band camp. So anytime like we put something new up there, like an album, he's like, "I got that pre-order ready to go. I'm excited about it. I got two copies, one to open, one to never touch," and like I can appreciate that kind of support more. Like, yeah, both my parents are amazing in that sense.
Hell yeah. My mom always buys shirts.
Perfect. I've
Yep.
given my parents Witch Ripper shirts. I don't know how often they wear them because they're not like metal people at all, but they've got a few floating around for sure.
Get the clock queen on a shirt. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so one thing we're doing that we're gonna they actually just got printed is we actually got tie-dye shirts to match the color pattern of the disc. So it's like that kind of splattery, like yellow, greenish, black. We actually did tie-dye shirts with the Witch Ripper logo on it. So you can like it's really dorky, but I love it where you can like have the vinyl and the shirt and they should match up pretty close.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
I've been all about like white t-shirts here lately. It's like there's not the fucking white shirts, you know. I understand they stain easy, but like, dude, it's like we gotta have something for summer, you know, outdoor.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
a big fan. I'm a big fan of like the old school DIY punk show mentality where they had a single color
Yeah.
being printed. Okay. Then it'd be like they would set up black or they would set up white or whatever. And then they would have a box of fucking random shirts.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And like, what fucking color shirt do you want? It's like, do you have a fucking orange large? Yeah, I do. All right. What? And it's like getting it in fucking white ink on that motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They print it right there to show type shit. I'm
Mhm.
a big fan of that where you have like a single color, but have the opportunity to put it on like a red shirt or a gray shirt or you know, or even like raglans and stuff, even though, you can't get anything above a 2X in a raglan.
I mean, we do like on top of shirts, I think the fun stuff we do is like our bass player makes hot sauce. So we sell a shit ton of hot sauce. We
It
don't
seems
put
to be a new thing here lately. A lot of bands are doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then like we do like you can find it on our Bandcamp, but like we have stuff like glow in the dark pins and we have car air fresheners that you can like hang in there actually like I think it's like
Oh, shit,
black ice
I'll
scented.
take a car refresher. I'll order one of those.
Yeah, that's all on Bandcamp. It's like,
And
it's
what's
like
under merch? I'm on it right now. So
yeah, yeah, it should
oh
be.
yeah, koozies, glow in the dark button. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I
I
don't
think it's on there.
see. All right.
Anyway, yeah, like so like the merch, yeah, I'm totally a fan of like what the fuck ever's out there. The sunsetter sunglasses. You got to be careful when you see these because if you're out in public, it doesn't work in the metal forge or down in the dungeon. But when you're out in public, you start to see shit in like black and white and you see the fucking album titles fucking come across fucking billboards and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, this is weird thing.
Yeah, it
Isn't the
is.
story that the first like five were made in like a toxic waste factory with
Yeah,
plastic?
You
like
see
something
Roddy
as
Piper and
fuck.
Keith David just fighting in an alleyway.
So with that, ask Elon about that. I think he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was something I found mine in an alleyway actually.
Yeah, exactly. Keith David dropped him.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
don't know.
like, I mean, there's
Nice Keith
actual
David
video
shout out.
evidence of that.
Oh, I mean, yeah. After getting
He
beat
bought
up
an
by
he
Roddy
bought an
Piper,
album that had them in it,
that's funny.
and I found mine in an alleyway in Louisville, Kentucky.
Hell yeah.
If people are confused, you can refer back to the unsleeved for
Yeah,
all.
the all hell unsleeved from shot in October, aired in when the fuck ever I released it, December. That's a weird one. That's fun though.
It was released late because I got it like fucking late as fuck, man.
Yeah, yeah, you
I'm not
did.
gonna get on that again, but yeah, it's like, dude, that the customer service was lacking on that order for sure. But
Right.
Sometimes
Do
it
you
takes a
still
while.
have a lot of VHS tapes?
Yeah, I mean, like it's kind of like we keep all of our merch at our practice space, and sometimes it takes a second to get over there, and it's like, man, I want to ship it out as quickly as I can, but sometimes it takes a week or so, you know.
yeah,
Oh, sure.
this was like months. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we don't do that.
From Atlanta, which is like a 4 hour drive. Like, dude, I could have run down to your house and picked it up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
fine.
but the thing was, is they were waiting. They got held up on one merch item.
Yeah.
In a box set.
Just send it later, you know.
Yeah. Do you still have a lot of VHS tapes?
Are you speaking to me?
Yeah.
I have zero VHS tapes, but I grew up in the family with the double deck VHS player. So my dad would rent movies and just record them onto blank tapes
Hell
constantly.
yeah.
So that's what I grew up with.
here we go. Just picked this up over the weekend.
Yeah.
A sealed Maxell Gold uh blank cassette.
My
That
dad,
goes up in the archives here next to the He-Mans and Skeletors
my
on
dad
the
thought he
window
was
seal.
so crafty about it. Where he's just like, yeah, why would I ever buy that movie? And like, getting like the Costco pack of blank tapes and anything he rented, just immediately recorded on that tape and brought back.
Oh yeah. Dude, I remember recording stuff off of fucking HBO pay-per-view,
Yeah,
fucking everything. Monday Night Raw, fucking
dude.
Nitro, fucking, and it sucked because like especially if you like set up your reminder to record and like it was like say it was Monday Night Raw, but it was preempted by the dog show and you recorded the fucking dog show instead.
Oh
And you're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
what
yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah, that's
Because
funny.
once you record on a tape and you record over it, the quality dips pretty
Oh
bad.
yeah, it's like pretty grainy for sure.
I would get good enough where I would look at like TV Guide, back when that was a thing, like find a movie you wanted to watch that was coming on like 4:30 in the morning. It's like fuck, I'll just set the timer to record it.
Yeah,
Tapes in there. It's like it's a 6-hour tape. It's a 90-minute movie. You get to the spot you want to start recording and you hit stop. You leave the tape in there in the timer, and the next morning you might get a little bit of the HBO intro, but I mean, like you got the
Yep.
movie. Watch it later. It's pretty cool.
Oh hell yeah.
Usually
Dude,
involve
that was
usually
the
involve
fun stuff.
nudity.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there was a thing. That was one of the questions of what we were going to do with this VHS tape, if I was going to actually record anything on it and if what would I do? It would have to be going through, a website today to transfer it to the VHS of some classic pornography.
Yeah, born with tracking marks is the ultimate way to view it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or take it, or if you want to take a current scene and put it through Wondershare
Yeah,
and
like a fucking
edit it
filter.
and put the tracking marks on
filter
that
on,
and
yeah.
then record it.
all you need is all you need is Final Cut Pro, and you can make it all look like a VHS tape.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely, for sure. What would be your coming from that era of the double deck recorder, what would be your jam, what would be your movie from the day that you
So
just constantly go back to?
my most watched movie of all time is and always has been the first Predator movie. Like I've seen it a million
Bazinga.
times. I never get sick of it if it's on TV. Sure, like I'm like, it's a perfect movie, and I've just like, even when I was a kid, I just loved it. Same with the Alien franchise movies. I was watching those when I was way too young. But like, I mean, Aliens, the second one especially, like I like burned out those VHS tapes. I watched them so much.
Speaking of Predator, I
Yeah.
got the lunchbox with thermos.
Oh,
Dude,
sick.
that's awesome.
I know.
I mean,
I actually flip them around. Like I do this half the year, and then I go, first date Predator the other half the year. So
I
yeah,
got a bunch of
I'm a
like,
fan.
I don't have a lot of physical media stuff, but I do these things where it's like these Dark Horse comic books.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
Oh,
dude,
yeah,
those
yeah.
are
I got it.
great.
Yeah.
and so I have a bunch of these like Predator and Alien ones that I really like. But like, I live in an apartment and it's like one of those things like if you own too much physical media, like if you have to move, it becomes kind of a hassle. But like I do keep like the comic books around and I really like that stuff.
Yeah, dude, those stories are some real cool stuff,
They're
especially when you
way
get
fucking
like some like,
darker.
yeah, for sure, especially when you get over to like Space Marines
Yeah, yeah.
and into that stuff, dude. That's some really cool shit. Or when you get even I love the crossover into like other properties that like I think they did a Batman crossover at one
Absolutely. I
point.
have that book over there.
Yeah, and
It's like
it's
an
just like,
Elseworlds thing where it's like Superman versus the Terminator and Batman and the Predator and like they little team ups and stuff.
oh yeah, and I love those, dude. I've got an Archie and Predator fucking crossover.
Dick. The one I would like, I think they did like a Wolverine and Predator one. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Oh,
So
dude, that would be awesome.
yeah, that
That
book
would be
exists, but
There's a fan film of Wolverine versus Predator. It's called the production company's called Bat in the Sun. They always do like weird crossovers, but yeah, they have a
There's
Wolverine.
one where there's the Batman on and Predator one too, and the alien shows up. So yeah, mine, it's really cool because it's AVP, but it's Archie versus Predator.
That's hilarious, actually. It's please tell me it's still in that font too, like the AVP.
Uh, yeah, but it's the A of Archie A.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
but it's still like the V and the P, and but yeah.
I was like a
Yep.
big video game person, and in the early 2000s, they put out a couple Aliens versus Predator PC games where you could play as like a colonial marine at first, and the story moves on. You're playing as an alien, then you end up playing as a predator, and those games were like huge for me when I was growing up.
Yeah, I had one on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Wasn't there
These
the
were like
PC game that did that as well, where you could play as like a space marine on one, and then there's the one from like Alien 3 where you're the alien and you're running around the fucking
That's exactly what I'm talking about. So like
you're
they were
trying to
like
kill the
first-person
people.
shooter games from like the early 2000s, and they made about 3 or 4 of them, and I was just sucked into that stuff when I was a kid, you know. And you end up playing as a predator. You can like put on the heat vision and stuff like that by the end of it, and it's really cool.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember playing the Alien 3 NES game.
Oh hell yeah.
And you talk about like the water level in the TMNT game being a bitch. That like whole game was the same, it was like the water level over and over again.
Dude.
The whole fucking thing was.
The best one is the like the AVP like side scroller beat 'em up.
Yeah.
Where there's like 2 predators and 2 humans to choose from. And like, you know, obviously one of the humans looks just like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he's all like cyborged out.
Yeah.
And like that was like pinnacle, like side scroller, crazy beat 'em up shit.
You know, that would really be funny if the 2 human characters would have been Ripley and Dutch.
I mean, they are without saying they are kind of. So
yeah,
the girl's a lot more like almost animate out a little bit, but like they might as well be, you know.
I can't wait for the Masters of the Universe side scroll game that's coming out.
Yeah, not too long, man. I think the end of next month.
Yeah,
end of April.
You know, I'm not a huge side scrolling guy anymore, but that Marvel Infinite one actually looks really cool.
Yeah, I've been playing it.
Is it out? I don't even know.
Yeah, it's been out for a couple months. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yes, I'm like behind.
I'm not a big gamer anymore. I mean, I'm like virtual console myself, but like so dinosaurs.
Okay.
Okay. So real or not?
Oh, absolutely conspiracy theory. Dinosaurs never existed.
Oh shit, you're one of the okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, that's what I'm saying, you know. So like for the people that like dinosaurs never existed, yet there's bones and stuff like that. But then like how do you believe that dinosaurs existed?
Yes, I do. I mean, like I grew up, my mom's a marine biologist. I grew up in a very science family. I would get a smack in the back of the head if I honestly didn't believe that like dinosaurs existed. Like it's just like, yeah. What I love though is like people talk about finding bones and it's like they that idea like they probably found like old like mastodon bones in the ground, which is why like we created the idea of like Cyclops in Greek mythology because they would find those bones and they'd be like, what is this monster? Where did this come from? And that's how they created these kind of monsters they put in their stories, you know?
Sure.
I love that shit.
No, absolutely. And you're totally right with that. I mean, it could have just been a regular elephant. That's the whole thing. It could have just been a fucking elephant from fucking like 25,000 fucking years ago. And but we again put hair all over it because for the region that in our time frame has always been like frozen fucking tundra, but we don't know if it was then.
Yeah.
It could have been a fucking desert. Who knows? In the 4.3 billion fucking years of our solar system.
My favorite thing to listen to is creationists trying to explain the dinosaurs.
Oh God.
They're like, yeah, of course. Noah had 2 of them on his ark. I was like, oh, really? What fucking Bible are you fucking reading, dude?
Isn't that like crazy, like giant creationist arc around you
Yeah,
guys?
that dude from like Duck Dynasty was like one of those. Like, of course the dinosaurs are real. Noah had two of each one on the ark. I was like, do you realize how big that fucking ark needs to be to have a fucking like Brachiosaurus on that fucking thing? Like, are you insane? You know,
Yeah.
it's like, what the fuck are you smoking, dude? You know, it's like carbon dating doesn't lie. You know, there's layers and you can find time. That's why there's petrified wood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Just
one.
like, what the fuck? I don't understand what this
Have you
non-belief.
ever had a piece of petrified wood,
Oh yeah,
I
Jason?
mean, I've held it before. I think my like grandfather had a piece, but I don't have one myself.
Yeah, I remember having a piece when we were a kid, and we lost it when our house burnt down.
Not too
We
bad.
couldn't find it after that, but I know that it wouldn't burn.
Yeah.
yeah.
It would just reinforce it, harden again.
Well, I mean, it's just so many layers of like minerals and dirt on top of minerals and dirt on top of minerals and dirt.
Yeah,
You know, for
I
billions
mean
of
it's
years.
probably still in the yard somewhere up there.
Could be. Could be.
Someone else will find it
Fucking
someday.
let's hook up a fucking archaeologist. Let's get Dr. Jones up here.
Yeah.
On
Sure.
side note, that dinosaurs Spielberg series on Netflix is pretty decent. I'm halfway through it. The hard thing is you gotta watch it at night, and Morgan Freeman narrates it, so they could put you to fucking sleep, man.
Passing out immediately.
Yeah, I'm just like, dude, like I've got to like maybe watch this with like subtitles or like mute or something. I don't know, but yeah, it took me a
Yeah.
while because like he's like very like soft spoken. It's like, oh
It is this little bitty
yeah,
Yeah.
egg hatching right now. Look
yeah,
at that
pretty
little-
much, yeah, yeah.
Look at that little bitty baby dinosaur coming out.
I am excited for that new
All these
Spielberg
copies.
movie though.
Which one?
The Alien movie. I forget what it's called. The one where
Oh,
it's like,
Spielberg one.
yeah, the newest
Yeah,
one.
yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Yeah, it actually looks really cool. And I'm a big movie buff, so I'm definitely like I love going to theaters, so it's like something I'm excited to see for sure.
It looks like
Favorite
it looks like something
favorite movie
like,
that you've never seen on digital media.
Man.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, it might be on YouTube now, but like you never saw it on DVD or nothing
I got
like that.
I got one. I got a whole series actually.
Oh, yeah.
The Sinbad series from the 60s and early 70s.
Okay.
I've only watched them with commercials on like UHF, like on
Okay.
the UHF channel.
Yeah, I honestly don't know because like I feel like at this point in age, like almost even if you go on like Tubi or something like that, they've uploaded these like ridiculously old movies up on there now.
Fucking Prime has some of the best fucking trash cinema
I
of
love
the
it.
fucking sword and sorcery 80s.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like Deathstalker
One and
and yeah,
Yeah.
1 and 2.
The
And
Barbarian.
the
What was the one with
Barbarians.
the
Queen is a trash one. Yeah, it's a good.
what was the one with the twins?
Barbarian.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's all on
Yeah.
there. I'm pretty sure like I get ads to watch Red Sonja on YouTube now
Oh,
at this
fuck,
point.
yeah, yeah.
You know?
I'm so pure that I won't even watch the remake. Like I know people are like, it's pretty good. I'm like, yeah, but it's not this one.
Not the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I saw it.
it's really
Official
cool.
Conan movie. Yeah.
He's coming back to play King Conan, which
I hope
the,
it's
the
true.
rumor
Sounds like
was that, this has been a 20-year thing in the making
Trying to think. Like I watched it
because Triple H was originally cast as Conan at one point in one of the remakes,
He
but they
wishes.
never did it.
That dude fucking wishes.
Yeah, the Conan one sounds promising because actually they listed a director who was the one for the actually pretty good Mission Impossible movies, which I'm like, oh okay, I'm interested now. If it was just like a Yule Bowl movie, I'd be like, forget it. But
I mean, I did watch the Jason Momoa one back then. It's pretty terrible, but I don't know.
I saw it. It's like they only mentioned Crom once. Like, what the fuck is this garbage?
Yeah.
It's
like
Tom Smites this movie. Piece of
it's
shit.
a really hard genre to do now because
Yeah.
I think part of the charm of it was that low budget thing and
Yeah.
like you don't want guys CGI armies in like a Conan movie, and like that kind of stuff. And it's just like,
Well, everyone wants like Fast and Furious everything. It's like it's just hard to do a Fast and Furious barbarian movie. You know what I mean? It's like
Well, it's Fast and Furious meets Lord of the Rings and prequel trilogy Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because they set up all the big multi-battle scene stuff where it was not like, it was all CG, and they wrote the programs to do all that. And where, or the shit like the Day After Tomorrow, where they wrote like and made all the fucking the disasters and
Yeah.
shit
They turned them
happening.
out. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then that stuff started doing it too. And then now they're cross pollinating that, where it's like you get a world, this event that's going to happen. And then it's caused by aliens and Marvel. And,
I
and
mean,
then like the aliens of Barbarian and, on it. So it's like the whole thing.
that Predator Badlands movie is a great example of that. That newest one that came out.
Yep.
It's like kind of a Disneyfied Star Wars movie that's just has a predator in it, you know?
I liked it for what it was.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, I thought Prey.
I mean, like,
I thought Prey was better, but yeah, it wasn't.
Prey was a lot better, and even the animated shorts he did on Hulu, I thought were a lot better.
Well, I did read that he was like disappointed that it was PG-13, but they were like, yeah, there's no people that died in it, so
They showed, fucking robot blood, I guess.
yeah, I know.
The part that made me like, I was like, okay, they jumped the shark is like he somehow trained an eel to spit like acid or whatever wherever he tells it to in the span of like an hour or something like that, you know?
Well, I mean, when a 2 hour, hour and a half movie, I guess you got to kind of like,
Yeah, yeah. That was
Yeah.
like, that was the one part I was like in the
so
theater just laughing. I was like, this is ridiculous.
so here's something that gets me is like the difference in like episode 4, when they're going from Tatooine to Alderaan, and there's actually the version of them where they're in hyperspace and they're talking, and it's just like this real chill moment, and it's like a 5-minute scene,
Yeah, yeah.
where they're talking about the Force or whatever, and then the thing goes off, and it's like, well, this is going off early, what the fuck. But like when you get into like the other, like the sequel trilogy shit, where it's like light speed is also instantaneous now.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
It doesn't take them hours and days to get there, even like it would through light speed across the galaxy.
it's that like the budgetary constrictions actually led to better storytelling.
Yeah.
I
Like,
agree. Yeah, I mean, like my whole thing about the prequel is like in the original, like the Force is like a religion because like everyone's like, oh, that's hokey, like religion stuff. But then like the prequels is like, oh no, it's like midichlorians. It's like this kind of fucking sucks. Like keep the mystique to the Force. Like it's just like, oh, this guy doesn't have enough midichlorians, so he's not Force sensitive. It's like,
yeah, I feel like
yeah, fuck that.
I
Well,
feel
and
like they
that's the whole
abandoned that
thing. Like,
pretty
so
fucking.
for that, I think he would go back and change that now.
I would
They
hope so,
abandoned,
but
they
it's too late.
basically abandoned
Pat's
it.
out the
Like,
back and never going back in.
yeah, I mean, even by that Clone Wars TV show, they were just like, fuck that stuff. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yep. Rare, medium, or well done.
I'm a medium. I can't do like the bloody, but I would never eat a well done steak.
Medium rare for me.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Like medium rare is like I watch a lot of cooking TV randomly, and like if you're
Yeah.
not serving medium rare, you're kind of doing a disservice to like the product, you know?
It depends. Honestly, it depends on the cut for me. Like, I don't like ribeye
Yeah.
Really?
because
That's
okay, so let me
insane to me.
explain. Let me explain. Because medium ribeye
Mhm.
does not feel like it should be medium. It feels like it's really fucking rare.
Okay.
Okay. Like if it were a T-bone, that would be like a really rare T-bone. But
Yeah.
that's medium on ribeye, and I don't dig that. So like, yeah, I'd have to get like ribeye a little bit more well. But like on like a T-bone or something, I'm totally or a porterhouse, I'm totally going fucking rare.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I just like I mean
No
like
steak sauce. If it's a good enough
yeah.
steak, no steak sauce. that fucking garlic butter or the fucking rosemary and thyme and the fucking
I mean, that's
uh
what's in the cast iron while you cook it.
yep, the butter bath, fucking salt and pepper. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
My favorite is New York strip, but
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not pretty big thing. Like the one thing is like I just like I if someone puts like a beef tartare on the table, I'll eat it, but I'll never order it, you know?
sure.
Just
Sure.
the raw stuff is just a little too much for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not a fan of it. Even like ahi tuna like that. I'm not a fan of it.
I mean, living in Seattle, there's so much sushi here. Like, yeah, we just pound sushi over here. Raw fish is
I mean, sushi to me is different, but like, where it's like a poke bowl or whatever, where it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, where it's just like the raw fish in like the yellow sauce or whatever, and or
Yeah.
the orange marinade, and it's like I just don't like the texture of it.
That's fair. I mean, yeah,
It's like watermelon almost.
kind of. Watermelon.
um, what's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten deep fried?
Dude, so I am kind of annoyingly health conscious, so I can't hang with like super weird foods. That being said, like I said, I lived in Minnesota for 8 years and they deep fry everything at the state fair, but it's usually like deep fried candy bars and shit like that.
Yeah,
Just in Florida and Tampa, and I really, really, really wanted to find gator, but I couldn't. I was only there for like a day and a half, but I would have eaten some deep fried gator for sure.
dude, I went to so we have what's in New Albany here called Harvest Homecoming. And
Yeah.
it's the weekend of harvest of crop and shit like that. So it's like the second weekend of October. Um, and it's been going on for years and years. And in the booths and shit that in the food trucks and whatnot, they actually had fucking gator bites.
Yeah, yeah.
And I got some, and it was just like they were good, but they were a little bit overdone.
It's
So
like,
they had like, well, yeah, like that tendony feeling. It's like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
man, it's like I really wish these weren't as like, but they actually served them with like this kind of like barbecue cocktail sauce,
Yeah, why not?
and it's like I can dig this. This is all right.
No, I mean like the South has some good cooking, even just like the stereotypical barbecue stuff. It's like it's no joke over there, you know. So
No,
I always love trying to get that stuff when I'm down there for sure, you know. But yeah, I'm a weird health freak. I like pretty regimented, so it's like I don't eat a ton of fried food in general.
for sure. Jason, what's your weirdest thing you've ever deep fried?
I don't know, man. I'm trying to think. Last time I went to the fair, I always try something new at the fair.
Yeah.
It's like
Sauteed rat's anuses or something?
I
not
mean,
yet.
if you've
That
had a
was like
hot
on the
dog,
fair.
you're not far off from that.
Yeah. I don't know.
We have
Like,
we have a recipe called the Dogs of War.
yeah, I do
Um,
hot dogs and baked beans. It's more like it's not like the Oscar Mayer ones though. It's like the boar's head.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like gourmet shit.
Yeah.
Like,
It's the
hey
gourmet
Jimmy, this is some gourmet shit.
Well, it's like
gourmet.
some of those like I was like, do I need to get a cancer screening tomorrow after I eat this? You know, I was like, I don't know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
Well,
like
it's
But
some of
then
the,
again,
the higher end
there's
cancer brands.
also there's different tiers of Dogs of War
Yeah,
because there's budget dogs. And then
my
there's
favorite
like gourmet shit
my
where
favorite
you
saying
use like the best.
my favorite thing that you said is like I eat a bar's hot dog and I just have to take a shower because I feel dirty inside. I was like,
yeah.
I got that. I was like, yeah, that's fucking awesome. I don't know, but like back to deep fried food, like probably like the last thing I ate was like deep fried Oreos, which isn't weird, but it's a weird texture for sure.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like in
I've
Minnesota,
had
they
like
do
deep
like
fried Reese cups and shit like that.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
I
That's
try
the
something.
only thing that I've
I try
ever
something.
had like that.
I try something stupid every year just to say I've done it. You know.
That's what the state
I
Uh,
think
fair.
they had deep fried cotton candy one time, which was interesting.
That's weird. Yeah.
yeah.
How it
See,
worked,
I
I
always
haven't.
wanted to do the fried ice cream like Chi Chi's used to have.
Oh, dude, it's awesome.
I've never had it.
Yeah, I mean, like working in restaurants, I've had it, and it's always like, this is incredible. I don't know the science behind it, who knows, but like, it's awesome.
But getting back
Right.
to gator, it's like most of the gator people eat is gator tail, and it's full of fucking tendons and shit.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've got it 3 times. All 3 times, I've been like, I should have just stopped at two. I should have just stopped at the first time. It's
Yep.
like it's not. It's not.
I was hoping to find gator jerky, but I couldn't find any.
You can probably find it like a jerky store that has like all that shit, like
Yeah.
kangaroo jerky,
I'm
alligator.
sure Bucky's has it.
Maybe.
We were like, I was there for a day and a half to play a show with a different band, and then
Oh, I
like,
thought you were at a day and a half at a Bucky's.
no. So like, I didn't get a lot. Like, I didn't get. And we were like 40 minutes north of Tampa, so I didn't get to explore. Like, we went to one grocery store while we were there. I couldn't find it, so
Yeah.
For sure. What's your favorite kind of dip?
I don't even know if it's a dip, but I put like pesto on a lot of shit. Like I don't know why. Like even stuff that like non
I mean
pasta
that
whatever
that's
related.
sauces, I guess. I mean sauces, dips are kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I mean like if I like something I do always keep in my fridge. Is I always have a bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's like always in my fridge.
You and Mark
Sure.
Zuckerberg, apparently.
Does he like that shit?
Dude, there's a video of him like talking, and like he has like a shelf behind him, and the only thing on the fucking shelf is a bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's.
Oh God, that makes me want to throw it
It's
out.
so weird, man. It's so weird.
Yeah, I mean like it's like I keep like a couple like teriyaki sauces and like spicy like Asian stuff, Sweet Baby Ray's and some spicy mustard. That's like always in the fridge.
Dig it.
Yeah.
Like a good like grainy ass spicy mustard is top tier for me.
Yeah,
Dude,
dude, I'm a
you
big
need to make a deal on an album here, Jason.
with that.
Y'all need to trade some Lusty Monk for some albums.
No, I won't do albums because like albums cost money, but I'll do Lusty Monk for a patch.
I mean, like I said, we have Witch Ripper hot sauce, so
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
Jason's not a
fan.
hot sauce guy though. I'm the hot sauce guy.
I will say this, like our bass player makes it and he hates hot sauces that are just hot for the sake of being hot.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
He tries to make it like it's got heat, but he's like more focused on like it needs to actually taste good.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, no, I totally agree. The couple that I've ran are totally that way. I had a Fatali habanero elderberry mixture, so it was like a heat sweet, and then I had a blood orange habanero,
Sounds great.
and yeah, totally great. But dude, I have one more question. But before we get to it, as always, links they're listed below. So give likes, shares, follows, go do all the things, all the stuff, because that's what fucking matters. Go buy albums, see them on the road, get them out to your town, and tell them that you want them there.
I
Because
did, but he didn't want to show up this year.
hey, dude, we're trying. Dude,
Man, we
we're
really were like
trying.
we were doing the math on like how much it would cost, and like we have stuff booked real close to that already. And I
I was
was like,
messing with you, man.
yeah, we did
Dude.
honestly like that text chain did happen for sure.
He totally told the promoter to kick my band off and offer you guys our spot.
Yeah, that's funny.
No, he
next
didn't.
year.
I'm kidding about that. Jay,
Hit us up about it next year, and we would love to try to make that happen.
hell
So,
yeah.
No, it wasn't kick your band and take off your spot. It was kick your band off so they could have your set length, so they could actually play their last two albums in full. That was
oh, check, do the hour and a half set.
hell yeah, doing
There
band.
you go. Hell yes.
Well, you're coming from Seattle, man. You gotta have a little bit more time than everybody else.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you definitely got to be the headliner of the night. Whether it be the Friday or the Saturday.
I mean,
you got
it
to have
seems
that
like they
extra
got a really
settling.
cool lineup on there, so we're happy. We would be happy just to play in general, and it's a great excuse for us to get on the East Coast. So it's something I would like to do for sure.
Yeah, we'll make it
Oh,
happen
for
next
sure.
year. I've already been talking to Josh behind the scenes while we've been talking. So
Hell yeah,
Hell
I
yeah.
told him it's a no go. Oh,
I appreciate it.
yeah, no problem.
So any shout outs, anybody you'd like to promote or anything else you'd like to promote today?
I mean, the big idea here, part of this is obviously just promoting the fact that we have that new album coming out. And like we talked about, there's a lot of music coming out every day. And I think if people honestly check out is on this album, they're going to be pleasantly surprised. And right now, they can go on YouTube and find like the music video for the Portal or music for the Clock Queen. That's out on YouTube. It's on Bandcamp. It's on Spotify. Give them a listen because I I think when people hear it, they're gonna be like, "Oh wait, what the fuck is this?" And like it really tends to surprise people uh because it's music that not a lot of other bands do, you know.
Yeah, I agree. Listen for that riff that they stole from us that didn't weren't aware of.
Well, I want you to email me the song that we stole it from, so I want to hear it. Oh, actually, I'm like really curious. Like, what riff is this? Yeah, it'd be
Like I
funny.
said, it was like so similar. Like my guitar player was like, "Damn, there's a C Will right there." I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Oh shit, you're right." Yeah, I mean, I know it wasn't.
Sometimes
I
that's
know it wasn't
fun, though.
intentional, but it's like funny because like, he just like picked it out of the air like nothing, you know.
That's funny. I mean, like,
After
you know,
after
there's
I
only,
told him that you stole riffs that he hadn't wrote for us yet, you know, and he was like, "Oh,
I mean, there's only 12 notes on the scale, you know, so it's like
yeah."
riffs are gonna happen, and I will take it. Hopefully, you take it as a form of flattery then.
Well, yeah, I mean, we were there first, so we always got that, you know. No,
Exactly.
I just joke, dude. It's like, dude, we steal riffs all the fucking time, whether we know it or not. Sometimes,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like you listen, it's like, oh shit, that was a fucking Black Sabbath riff. How could this be?
I don't think any bands in the
because
Doom,
it's on Never Say Die
Yeah,
or
I
something.
know.
no band in the Doom scene has ever ripped off Black Sabbath. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
just
No,
fair.
never,
Yeah,
never.
Never.
Doesn't happen. It never happened.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
if there are intelligent aliens out there, this is my final question of the day. If
Okay.
there are intelligent aliens out there, what do you perceive them to look like? Or are they going to be little green men with big bug eyes? Or are they going to be what things like in Independence Day or the xenomorphs in Aliens or the Yacha like the Predators?
I can tell you exactly. I can tell you exactly what I think they'll look like.
I mean, I don't think they're going to be humanoid at all.
Really.
There's just no way. I mean, like, whether it's like bipedal or not, or whatever, it's like, there's just no way that they're going to, like, I think it's indoctrinated in our brains from all the Star Wars and Star Treks and all the shows and everything. Like, they've always had aliens that kind of like, you know, two hands, 2 feet, one mouth, whatever. I don't think they're going to be anything like that, if that's a thing.
For sure.
I
Yeah,
don't know. I mean, also, I don't know shit. So it's like,
yeah,
yeah,
exactly. I think the coolest alien actually on screen is from the movie. Shit, I just on the tip of my tongue. It's one with Amy Adams.
Oh, the Arrival or
Yes,
whatever.
that was it. Yeah, I think that was a really cool one.
I mean,
Uh,
that's more likely to be a thing than
yeah,
something that's like a blue-skinned humanoid, you know?
but
Sure.
in my imagination, I imagine him as like 7.5, 8 feet tall humanoid to harvest human blood to make heroin and go back to their planet to sell it.
Hey,
Why not? Worst things can happen.
dude,
Mark knows what
that
I'm talking about.
movie, that fucking movie is wild as shit.
Yeah, man, Dolph Lundgren all the way, dude.
I mean, is that Battlefield Earth?
No, it's
No,
called movie called Dark Angel.
Oh, dude, actually, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's on
yeah,
Amazon and Tubi right now.
Yeah, yeah,
it is.
absolutely.
And the funny thing is like he sent it to me. It's like, a blind box. Like he knew what it was, and he's like, "Hey, I'm going to send you something." And I bought this VCR DVD combo that you can record to the DVD from the VCR. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna transfer my old school fucking Star Wars
Yeah,
to DVD, like on the VHS tapes. And which is the funny thing because that was the first film I watched on it after buying it. And it was so crisp and amazing that all of the righteous fucking dumb shit that where the fucking X-Wings take off and they're just lights going out in the sky
hell yeah.
instead of all the fucking crazy close-ups and shit.
Yeah.
So good. And this fucking Dolph Lundgren film is like 1992.
Yeah.
It's so late in the game for him. And it's just like, wait, what? But that's like around the same time, like, where he was like finishing his degree, I think. And, he was taking a lot of those weird fucking movie roles. because he had been in a few that really didn't fucking do really well, not like Rocky 4 did.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably an argument to be made that he's never been exactly the best actor, and at a certain points, he's just had to like, take movies just to get paid, you know.
I mean, as much as it pains me to say, as much as it pains me to say this, Jason, you know where I'm going.
Yeah, I know. I know you're about to get deep on some Masters of the Universe.
I am, because I welcomed Hordak to the shot this week.
Nice.
On the Sky Sled, a $5 Sky Sled purchase, by the way. Um, that is probably the start of the end of his career. Is Masters of the Universe.
I mean, that's really early in his career too.
You think so?
I know.
I always thought like Showdown Low Tokyo was like his last attempt to make it like be like an Arnold or
I
something.
mean,
Yes, it
the dude
was.
he was in Aquaman, you know.
I never watched those, so yeah, I know he was in them, but I was like,
Yeah,
ah.
I mean, he's
Like
been
he
in a
had
ton
like
of
a
shit, though.
yeah, he
He's
had
been
like
in a ton of shit, but like,
Yeah.
what's the fucking name of the movie, Jason? It escapes me. Where he's the fucking drummer.
Oh, shit, the Russian one, the Russian battle.
Yes.
Let me look it up real quick. Hold on, that was a good one
Oh my
too.
gosh, this film is so
Command
we
Performance, Command Performance. That was it.
Command Performance.
Yeah.
Yes. This is done in like 2013 or some shit.
okay.
And it's just like this fucking like this terrorist group takes over this fucking concert, and he's the fucking fill-in drummer for the show because their drummer got murdered or some shit, and he's this fucking commando.
Hell yeah.
He's
And
like
it's
killing people
just,
like drumsticks and shit. It's fucking awesome.
I mean, it
dude,
all makes sense. The plot, it all makes sense for
it
sure.
is fucking great. It's like, because seriously, think about it. Like, Masters of the Universe was not well received by fans. Kids hate it. A lot of kids hated it. But there was a lot of people. I actually like that movie because I was the right age for it. I think it like, yeah, Orko wasn't in it, but hey, that doesn't bother me because I like the Gwildor character. Um, because he says one of my most favorite lines in any film ever. He says, it's in the scene where Kevin and him are talking, and he tells him to play the melody or whatever. He's like, you never told me you were a master. He's like, I'm just a keyboard player in a high school band. There's a million of me. He
Yeah.
goes, only one of you, Kevin. Only one of anybody.
Ridiculous.
And boom, it's like, that's the fucking moral of the fucking story right there. Is
Yeah.
that it's like, you fucking matter.
Are you excited for the new one?
Yeah, actually I am.
Hell yeah.
Just
It'll be
because
fun.
I'm a huge fan. I mean, I have fucking tattoos of fucking Masters of the Universe.
Perfect.
Yeah. Jason knows how much of a fucking fan I am. I'm
Yeah,
always buying I'm
I'm like,
always buying something.
I'm like cautiously optimistic, but like, I don't know, man. Like,
I mean, it's
I just
gonna
feel like
be
He-Man's like too small. It's
It's
like,
like it'll be turn your brain off fun. If you just shut your brain off
sure,
and
yeah.
enjoy it for what it is,
yeah.
I'm sure it'll
I
be good.
mean, honestly, I really appreciate Revelation and Revolution from Netflix.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And because that was written by Kevin Smith and their animation studio did that.
Oh, cool.
And I really enjoy those stories because it is a bridge between all of the series.
Oh, cool.
So, except for like the 1990 thing, the New Adventures of He-Man.
I don't even know. It's like that's one universe I don't know shit about, but like I'll watch that movie. It looks fun.
Yeah, definitely. I'm ready for it. A couple more months. But dude, Curtis, thank you so fucking much. This has been awesome. I appreciate you coming to the Metal Forge this week as we welcome into the world um, the new album through the Hourglass. Dude.
Yeah. Dude, I
Amazing
appreciate,
stuff.
like I said, like bands at our size and doing the things we do really relies on people like you guys to help spread the word. So I appreciate you guys even inviting us on or inviting me on here to do this. Like it means a lot. And then like any word of mouth stuff like helps bands so much these days. So I appreciate it.
No, definitely, dude. And I appreciate you doing this because, like I said, metal is such a niche market. And when you can curate a show to where you can sit there and say, hey, I know this band that would be fucking amazing for this if they can get out here,
Yeah.
or whatever. And, opening up markets and trading those shows and just making those connections with people that, 25 and 35 and 40 years ago, we would have been doing this through fucking magazines and
Yeah.
through like fucking magazine ads and fucking or cousins who lived in fucking like Raleigh and
Yeah.
that you saw one time a fucking year type shit, at fucking family Christmas. And then you try and fucking stay in touch a little bit, but you never fucking do. And then you fucking, hey, what have you been into? Oh yeah, this fucking band, blah blah blah. You got to check them out. And yeah, I mean, this is the same thing as that now. This is the fucking equivalent to that today.
Absolutely. And I appreciate it.
Dude, so on our way out, because it fucking jams so fucking much, we always play a song on our way out now. We used to do two, now we do one just because the interviews are a lot more in depth and are a lot longer, it seems like, which is fucking bad as hell. So on our way out today, the Clock Queen.
Oh, come on, man. It's gotta be the Portal, dude. Portal fucking rules, man.
I'll let you guys
decide that. And it's got a video.
That's true. That one does have a music video for it. I think
I'm outvoted here.
I personally like the Clock Queen more as well. I think
I like them both. I just can't wait to hear them in the context of the album because
I know
the best summation of what Witch Ripper does personally, where it's like it's got heavy parts, it's got melodic parts, it's got progressive parts to it.
Yeah, but we like to play videos too, so
Portal it is.
Do the Portal then.
The Portal. Metal every day, everybody. Thank you.
Hey metalheads, you like tattoos? Of course you do. If you're in the Louisville, Kentucky area, come on over the bridge to Clarksville, Indiana, and get you some ink done at Ageless Art. If ink isn't your thing, they have a piercing studio as well. Visit agelessartclarksville.com to see some frequently asked questions, meet the staff. The shop is open Monday through Thursday, 12 to 8 p.m., Saturdays, 12 to 10 p.m., and Sundays, 12 to 6 p.m., all appointment-only spots. You can set up your appointments by phone at 812-283-1793 or email agelessarttatoosandpiercing@gmail.com and someone will get you set up for your first or your next tattoo or piercing.
Hey metalheads, after going to a rager, what's your ultimate go-to? Mine is totally pizza. So when Overload is playing, or I'm promoting the Metal Forge live showcases, or the big goddamn metal show, I go to Pizza DoNisi. Pizza DoNisi is gourmet artisan pizza from right here in Louisville, Kentucky. It features things like the pizza of the month, the sandwiches, and also vegetarian and vegan options, which is so totally fucking cool for all of it's awesome pizza. You definitely want to go. Hey, and also from time to time they do cannolis. Oh, so fucking good. You know what they said, man? Leave the gun, take the cannoli. Yeah, just like that in Godfather. They're located right next to the Mag Bar at 1396 South 2nd Street. So either stop in or call in at 502-213-0488. They're open till midnight. The witching hour.
Heineken? Fuck that shit! Pabst Blue Ribbon!
Hey metalheads, you all hear me talk about Mag Bar all the time. It is the home to the Metal Forge live showcases and is an integral stop in the ultimate underground metal tour schedule. They obviously feature live music, but the Mag Bar also has daily specials like Pint and Slice Night on Tuesdays with Pizza DoNisi. But they also do Bring Your Own Vinyl on Thursdays with DJ Kent Jackson, and Finer Things Sundays. Located right next to Pizza DoNisi at 1398 South 2nd Street, open 3 p.m. to 4 a.m. 7 days a week. Get your asses out to the Mag Bar. Rock out. For 45 years in keeping Louisville weird, Electric Ladyland has been there for all your eccentricities. While they do offer the best smoking supplies out on the market today, there's a whole lot more to check out. From ashtrays and blacklight posters, to records, incense and burners, and items to stock your metaphysical supply. They're open from 10 to 10, 7 days a week. Located at 2325 Bardstown Road in Louisville, Kentucky, and at electricladyland420.com. Roll out. In 2017, one man's vision and passion for all things metal started out as a record store in his house. Years later, the fight against a mainstream empire continues as Shadebeast. An independent metal collective and online store based in Athens, Georgia, is the world's premier heavy metal brand for music heads that value authenticity over the mainstream acceptance. Featuring original t-shirts from some of the best underground artists, as well as stickers, posters from the Shadebeast Presents concert series.
Unique, one-of-a-kind collectibles and small curated selection of vinyl and cassettes from the masters old and new. Visit Shadebeast.com and enter promo code SithLord for free domestic shipping on your first order, whether you're a new customer or returning. And be sure to join the Shadebeast social groups on Facebook and the interwebs to keep up with the new release announcements and talk all things metal and Star Wars. You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and filth.
Welcome to the night. You think you know Night Demon? Then the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast is for you. Step into the darkness as we peel back the curtain to give you an unprecedented, all-access look into the mind and the heart of the demon. We're talking band history, song analysis, studio anecdotes, stories from the road. It's everything a diehard Night Demon fan could want and more. This is the only place to learn the inside scoop, the deep dive trivia, the untold tales from the band members themselves and those closest to the Night Demon story. Need more? The Sacred Night Demon Crypt will be pried open to reveal demo recordings that have never before seen the light of day, all with in-depth commentary by the band and the people who were there for the writing and recording process. This is a gold mine, a treasure trove of all things Night Demon. Head over to nightdemon.net or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Since 2013, there has been a calling from the underground, from the graves of all those unholy, and they decided to make a zine to talk about all of this. Soul Grinder Zine! An independent metal zine to keep you informed on all things metal and horror from the underground. Available in both print and digital formats, they're bringing you the best interviews and reviews out there today. Not only do they do the zine, but they also do compilation CDs. Check them out at facebook.com/soulgrinder.zine and start your subscription now. Hey everybody, let me tell you about the new sponsor to the Metal Forge, Unchained Tapes. They're an independent Pennsylvania tape label. They focus on extreme metal and punk with a killer approach to the tape scene. Visit their web store at unchainedtapes.bigcartel.com now to get your fill of tapes. And for being a Metal Forge listener, enter the code METALFORGE10 at checkout to get a 10% discount on your total purchase. That's unchainedtapes.bigcartel.com.
What's up, Metal Forge fans? This is Alan Bishop, the alchemist of Indiana's Black Forest and head distiller at Spirits of French Lick. Do you find yourself drawn to the unexplained, fascinated by the Fortean, or enchanted by the paranormal? If the things that go bump in the night resonate in your mind, then tune into my brand new podcast, If You Have Ghosts, You Have Everything. Featuring first-hand accounts, collected stories, interviews, history, and speculation related to all things not of this world. Available now on Anchor, Spotify, Google, Amazon, and more. Set back, relax, and remember, if you have ghosts, you have everything.
Hey, let me tell you guys about Mercenary Press. They're an independent London label and distributor of all things metal. Mercenary Press delivers the goods from their own independent zine. Trust me, you're going to want to get in on that. To distributing various bands from all over the world, including Cramp from Spain and Sadistic Force from Texas. Visit mercenarypress.bigcartel.com to find out what all they have in stock and what you can order. And for Metal Forge listeners, enter code MetalForge10 to receive a discount on your total purchase at mercenarypress.bigcartel.com. Check it out now.
Hey Metalheads, it's with great pleasure I get to tell you guys about a new sponsor to the Metal Forge, Ageless Art, New Albany. After 20 years of owning and operating Ageless Art in Clarksville, Indiana, Phil Garrett had a vision for a new type of tattoo studio. Something that is clean and modern, sleek, refined, inviting. And he's done just that with Ageless Art in New Albany. You can find it at 2736 Charlestown Road, New Albany, Indiana, 47150. Business hours are Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sundays are 12 to 6. All sessions are appointment only, so give them a call and go get you some new ink. Or if it's your first time, go get your first one, baby.
In a broken wasteland, come to my fire and place your blood and steel upon